A person lost 75 lakhs rupees through Miscalls.
What is the cyber forensics?
Whether it is murder mystery, whether it is kidnapping case, financial fraud. How many people do we have in this world? 8 billion.
8 billion.
How many people have internet access?
4 to 4.5.
4 billion. Eventually, the case reached to Delhi police. We started the investigation. So did you think that how do they know your password? Because the password is only with you or with the bank. Criminals are not hacking your devices to reach to you. They are hacking you to reach to your devices. The data breach should be stopped.
Hi, thank you very much for joining us for our podcast on cybersecurity and cyber forensics. We have Mr. Amit Dubey, the expert in cyber forensics, someone who has solved many number of cases, trained over 900,000 police officers across the globe. Thank you very much, Mr. Amit Dubey.
Thank you so much, Anas. Thank you.
So, what is the cyber forensics, and how would we, in today's world, like for normal people, what can we say is what is cyber forensics, what is digital footprint, and how are these used to solve today's financial or general crime?
See, first of all, I don't consider cyber crime as a different crime. Nowadays, whatever real world crime we are facing, we are solving it through cyberspace.
Yes.
Whether it is murder mystery, whether it is kidnapping case, financial fraud, reputational damage, corporate frauds, political rivalries, conspiracies, anything. It can't be solved without getting some digital footprint in cyberspace. And if you consider any latest case that I have solved, the criminal will always leave some digital footprint through which you can trace out. And that is something which we call cyber forensics. If you can understand data points, if you can look into the pattern of these data points, no criminal could hide himself.
Escape this digital footprint.
Yes, because even if you are behind VPN, even if you are using proxies, even if you are using anonymous handles, nobody can save you from investigation if there is an expert who can understand these hidden traces.
Well said. I totally get it. The digital footprint, even in our organizations, in order to check what staff are doing or what staff have done, the digital footprints we used to use in a brilliant way. We used to have all the metrics. But will you be able to say something about the recent cyber case you have solved, which involves financial fraud?
Absolutely. So first of all, I'll try to explain these digital footprint to the audience. You can search Play Store on your mobile phone. If you have iPhone, you can go to App Store. And on Play Store, you search Facebook or Instagram, whatever applications you have. And the process that I'm explaining here, you can use the same process to check what this application could do wrong with you. So when you will search Facebook, you will have Facebook icon that will show you 10 billion downloads of Facebook. How many people do we have in this world? 8 billion.
8 billion.
How many people have internet access?
4 to 4.5.
4 billion. And there are 10 billion downloads. It says a lot that there are significant number of downloads. Those could be fake.
Yeah.
Then you click on Facebook icon and you will see the next page, and there you will have an option called See Details. Click on See Details and it will take you to the next page where you can actually see what Facebook has been collecting from your phone since last many years. And when you see that data, and after looking at those data points, if you think that you can still use Facebook, I think you have enough courage. So Facebook has been collecting, you will see there, Facebook has been collecting every second of your location. They are listening you all the time. They clearly say there. Yeah. They're recording all your voice. So if you are recording calls, they copy that as well. If you are sending voice notes, they copy that as well. They see all your emails, of course. They record all your health and fitness data points. How many steps do you take in a day? How much time do you sit on a sofa? And based on your age, they can map it to your fitness also. So after 2 years, if somebody rings your bell and offers you a medicine, please have it because you may have a heart attack by evening. You should take it because Facebook is doing that entire AI development. Then Facebook is also capturing all your financial data points and to whom you are paying or your cash withdrawals or online payments, everything. All your OTPs they record and many more details like how many applications you have installed till now, what do you do with those apps, your browsing history, your number of apps that you have. And you keep on scrolling and you will see that so much data. And then go to the personal details. There they clearly say that I know your name, email ID, address. And this address is your physical address. When you installed Facebook in your phone, did you expect that they'll know your exact physical address? This is not your location. So if you are changing your address, before it gets updated in any government servers, it's updated there. And nowadays, we don't request criminals' address from government databases, we simply request to Facebook or any other such app. And then you will see that they say that we also know your political or religious belief.
Yeah.
Which means to whom you voted last time. I know clearly, though you have not shared it with anybody, but we know it.
Yeah.
And your religious belief and your sexual orientation. Now, these are data points that I'm talking about. Similarly, if you see on Google, you will be scared much more because Google has been taking much more such sensitive details beyond Facebook. And if these details reaches to wrong hands, these will be used against you. So this is something which is the starting point of any cybercrime. If you notice any complaint or any FIR, no criminal would ask your password. They will just be interested to know your OTP. And without using OTP and password both, you can't transfer money.
Yeah.
You need password as well as OTP. Nobody has asked your password. They can't. Because if I ask your password, it will take at least 3-4 minutes to understand your password. Whether it is capital, small, alphabet, numeric, and many combinations. Even to share Wi-Fi password takes some time. They don't take that risk. They already have your password. They just want to know your OTP. So did you think that how do they know your password? Because the password is only with you or with the bank. If they already know your password, which says that there are only two kinds of people in this world. Those who know that they have been hacked and those who do not know that they have been hacked. So if you would like to check that how many times you have been hacked and where are your passwords, you can go to a website called haveibeenpwned.com, HAVEIPWENPWNED.com, and put your email ID there, and it will show you that your passwords are available at different places and your personal details as well, your bank account details, your addresses, your locations, your many personal details. And these details are already available to criminals, and that's why they can plan their attack vectors efficiently.
Yep.
So in recent scenarios, because you have asked a case, a person lost 75 lakhs rupees through miscalls.
Oh.
And I got a call from a journalist. And then he was curious that he said, is it possible that you just noticed few miscalls and next moment you got an alert that 75 lakhs gone, 7.5 million rupees. I said, yes, it is possible, but then Pegasus is very costly because the only malware which can be installed in your phone through miscall is Pegasus.
Yeah.
But Pegasus, the OEM says, the NS organization who has developed this malware, they said that they sell it only to government. So it was highly unlikely that it can reach to any criminal's hand, but if it has happened, there must be some reason. And the victim is on television. I was also on television and we are debating here. The victim is showing his folk that I have not received any OTP, no alert, and I lost 75 lakhs or 7.5 million. And I was defending also the day, no, there might be some other reason. Let me investigate, we'll figure it out. But then eventually the case reached to Delhi police. We started the investigation. And the very first thing I checked in his phone, whether there is any application which was reading OTPs and sending it out and deleting it. Because ignorantly, we give SMS access permission to various applications. And you can check it in your phone. Go to settings, permission manager, privacy, and then there you will see lots of options, camera, microphone, contact list, SMS, etc. Click on SMS and it will show you list of the application. Those are reading your SMS. At that time, probably this particular OTP or access or you would need it only for once, but normally we give this SMS access to those applications for lifelong. And that's a mistake. Because then they are reading all OTPs. Any other SMS that might not be even OTPs, they read it.
Yeah.
And this is the first learning that I got. When I checked in his phone that there is any application which is reading OTPs,
Yeah.
I found there is no application. And then we thought that this happened through missed call only probably. But then the Deputy Commissioner of Police Delhi, he suggested me that, Amit, we are investigating this case after 5 days. And what has happened in these 5 days, we don't know. Could be a possibility that there was an application in his phone when this incident happened and now it is removed. And we can't see it. I said, yes, it is possible. Because right now there is no application which is reading OTPs, but at the time of incident there would be some.
Yeah.
So let me tell you that I just mentioned that even Facebook or even Google, they keep this record of your all last application logs. In last 15 years or 16 years, since when you are using a smartphone, when did you install what application and when did you uninstall it. This everything is recorded. And you can see it anytime, despite of that you have been changing in your phone every now and then. Doesn't matter, this data is centrally stored.
Yeah.
So when we checked that data, we found, yes, there was an application installed on his phone on Thursday evening and uninstalled on Sunday night. And this was a video editing app and it had the SMS access. So we thought that this was the one through which OTP was leaked and eventually it was deleted. But who installed this application on his phone? And who uninstalled it? So we checked this location about the time. When the application was installed, where was he? And when the application was uninstalled. And you can see your every second of location of last 15 years through Google Dashboard easily.
Yeah.
So when we checked this location, of both the times we found this guy was at his home, which means somebody from his home only could do this. And there are only 3 people in his home, wife and 2 kids. The first doubt was on his wife, but who can ask from someone's wife? So there is a trick that you don't need to ask someone. Without asking someone, we can verify whether this person has installed an application in your phone or not.
Oh.
And that trick is very simple, that you have an email in your phone, right? Suppose some Gmail ID. The same Gmail ID would have logged in your laptop or in some other devices, iPad or probably some old phone which is lying in your drawer. You're still not using it. But you forget that, okay, the same email is also logged in some other device. If I get the access of that logged email device for 10 seconds or 20 seconds,
Yeah.
I can create chaos in your life. You might be protecting your phone through facial recognition or biometric or PIN-based access or various security authentication features. But then the email that is there in your phone is also logged in some other device, and if somebody gets the access of that device for a few seconds, they can see your last many years of locations. They can install anything in your phone. Play Store gives us that feature that from your
remotely.
Yes, remotely they can install anything in your phone without unlocking it. And then they can also see your passwords. They can also see your application log. They can also see your pictures, videos. If your WhatsApp chats are also backed up in your Google Drive, that they can see that as well. So the risk is very high. So in this situation, there is one more feature. I can not only see your last details, I can also download your future OTPs.
Wow.
Which you have not received yet. So
How?
there is an option in Google. They say it Google backup codes. You search it on Google backup codes. So if I get the access of your Gmail for a few seconds, I can actually go to settings, 2-factor authentication, and there I can download 8 OTPs in advance. And these are OTPs, those you would be receiving in future. And then I can keep a copy of it.
Yeah.
And then I can use it to log in on your behalf from anywhere and can also access your details, chats and everything. So you should know these simple features. In this particular case, I use a feature called myactivity.google.com. So if his wife's email ID was also logged in from the laptop, and I just typed myactivity.google.com from laptop, and then I can see her phone's activities of last 15 years. When I checked her activities, the intention was to see when this application was installed on husband's phone, what she was doing in her phone. Because she can't handle 2 phones simultaneously.
Yeah.
So when we checked this activity list, we found that when the application was installed on husband's phone, the wife was watching something on OTT. And when this application was uninstalled, she was not at her home, she was outside. And I'm assuming that the installation and uninstallation is done by the same person. So wife is out of the question.
Yeah.
Then who did it? The next doubt was on his son, who was 14 years of age. But we can't interrogate him, he is juvenile. So we just requested that, can you bring all the devices of your home to me and we'll investigate. And he got all the devices. And then when one such tablet, we found an application, which is called Discord. Now Discord is an application which you may normally find in every teenage kid's device.
Yeah.
And all criminals, they are using Discord. Many politicians are using Discord. But why? What is that different chat that you can't do on WhatsApp, but you can do only on Discord? Discord is a chat application like WhatsApp, Telegram, Signal. Discord gives you a special feature. Discord gives you anonymity. So neither your mobile number is linked with that identity nor your email ID. And you are given a hashtag, KIRK5372. And with that hashtag, you can communicate with the entire world without revealing your identity. Neither you would know the identity of other person. But when it becomes anonymous, people start using it for various illegal activities.
Yep.
So there are drug trafficking, there are all illegal pornographic content, all stolen goods and pirated content, and everything is available.
Yeah.
And games and probably gaming currencies. Now, teenage kids, they are on edge because of this vision. And this kid who was 14 years of age, he was in touch with a girl. He was thinking that she was a girl. I know that he was a criminal. And the girl suggested him that you install this application in your father's phone and you will get 200 Robux points. And what is Robux point? It's a gaming currency.
Yep.
Many people of our age, they do not know about these gaming currencies. Nowadays, criminals are also using gaming currencies like kids because these currencies are used for money laundering.
Yeah.
So Roblox is a game which gives you a simulated real world environment where you can meet with friends and have parties and can do stuff. But then you need some currency to purchase stuff. If you need to purchase clothes or a car or some gadgets. And kids normally they request to the parents that we need Robux points.
Yeah.
Similarly, we have battle points in PUBG. Whoever is playing PUBG, Player Unknown Battleground.
Yeah.
When you reach to a level, if you want to purchase sophisticated guns, arms, ammunition, you need money. And that money is called battle points. You would have heard in news that kids have stolen money from their parents' wallets or did some crime because of PUBG. It's not because of PUBG, it's because of battle points.
Battle points.
Similarly, this Robux points, people are crazy, the kids are crazy about it. So for 200 Robux points, the kid has installed this application in his father's phone. And because of that, these OTPs were leaked and eventually he lost 7.5 million.
Massive.
In one such scenario, we learned so many things. Criminals are not hacking your devices to reach to you.
They're hacking you to reach to your devices.
They are hacking you to reach to your devices.
Yeah, that's a nice quote. Coming back to our next question. In UK, we have GDPR. We understand that in India, there's a new law which is shaping up called DPDP.
Yeah.
Will you be able to shed some light on that?
So first of all, I'll share some data points that last year in October, there was a new law which has been passed in UK by UK government. And that law has made banks completely responsible for any such kind of fraud.
Yeah.
So in UK, people are losing close to £3 million every day.
Wow.
This is an official record. And most of the time it is because of their ignorance, mistake. Somebody has impersonated bank officials or government officials and they were convinced and that's why they shared codes or details and eventually lost money. But government had brought this law and this is beautiful law. According to that, even if it is your mistake or bank's mistake, doesn't matter. The bank will be liable to pay you 100% money till I think £100,000.
85,000.
85,000.
Yeah.
Now in India, we don't have such law. In India, we are losing close to $10 billion every year, more than that.
Wow.
10 billions. And 99% time it happens because of victim's mistake. The law says in India, the RBI guidelines, that if you report to the bank within 3 days, the bank is liable to pay you 100% money. But it should not happen because of your mistake. But in 99% time, it is victim's mistake. So they never get their money from bank.
Yeah.
So it is of no use. This law is...
And second, who determines who is at the mistake? Like,
actually, victim himself, they inform to the bank. Once they realize that, okay, something has happened, they quickly call to the bank and they say that, oh, I did this mistake and I trusted this guy, or I clicked this link, or I scanned this QR code, or I installed this app, or shared my screen. Whatever has happened, they normally narrate that entire incident in detail to the bank.
yeah.
Bank, no, peacefully they listen everything. Okay, this happened, we'll help you. And they record all this conversation, which will be used against you only because now you have accepted it was your mistake.
Yeah.
And then they'll ask you, oh, go to police station and report this crime or report it to online www.cybercrime.gov.in or 1930. So there are some more reporting portals. There also you will narrate entire incident. This has happened because of your mistake. Everywhere you will give evidence that it was your mistake. See, banks do not have any investigation right. They can't investigate. They can't seek your CDR or IPDR or any other data. They can't ask your phone as well. They can just talk to you.
Yeah.
But because you yourself tell everything to the bank, they record, they keep all these evidences, and then eventually they send you an email that we have investigated this case, we found it was your mistake, so we are not liable to pay you anything. Thank you so much. Love you. Keep banking with us.
Yeah.
And then you see this email that what kind of investigation bank has done, because I myself have told everything to them. They don't share with you any further money trail, that where this money has gone or whether there's any possibility to get it back. Nothing. It's just your mistake, over. And that's why Government of India, they are in high pressure. And I think that is the reason. And I like this law which is in UK, because when you make banks liable for everything, they'll be forced to deploy technology to reduce this.
But again, coming back to UK's GDPR, it's General Data Protection. It's not just with the banks or money. It's protecting individual data, and we have the Information Commissioner's Office (ICO) and very detailedly articulated plans for even a smallest company or small and medium enterprises. I think in UK the way the government has implemented is really good, that they have made most of UK's businesses as part of GDPR's implementation, small scale or large scale. They have informed the made educational establishments part of GDPR. They made the entire country, everyone is aware of GDPR. But
I'll just interrupt it over here, that any law, regulation, protocol is only for good people. It's not for bad people. You can't expect that because I have GDPR, so nobody will steal information. You can't expect that crime will be reduced because I have law. No, it won't. That's why people are still losing money, right?
Yeah.
So you can bring law, that is your job. But that will not impact, or that will not be directly linked to the criminal's comfort level. Because they are taking this risk knowing everything. And they are innovators. I always say that criminals are innovators. Every time we solve a case, we learn something from them.
Yeah.
And that's why, despite of all these rules and regulations, why do we make rules then if we are not going to reduce crime? Because we want to make it difficult for the criminals.
Yeah.
If there is a GDPR guideline, if it is, if all these companies, they are following compliances, then there will be less possibility that their data will be leaked.
Yeah.
And I told you in the beginning that without data leak, no crime can happen.
Yeah.
If you notice any FIR again, it starts with a call, and the caller will say, I'm calling from your insurance company. This is your insurance number. This is your social security number. This is your PAN card, Aadhaar card, whatever. Different numbers are there. This is your last premium. This is your address and everything. They'll share with you so many personal details that you will start trusting. There will be no reason that you will doubt that this guy is not from that insurance company. Once you are convinced, then they'll say, oh, you don't know that you have 4.5 million rupees of dividend left and you have not claimed it. Oh, really? Yeah, you just claim it right now, that it will lapse in this financial year. Oh yeah, I need it. I need this money right now. No, don't worry. I'll help you here, and I'm sending you a link. Please install this application. You can claim it right now and it will be transferred to your account. You have done that mistake. You have installed an application based on a request from an unknown person. And that's why bank says that it is your mistake, so you are liable. But no. Before that, there was another crime which nobody is talking about, and that crime is the data breach.
Data breach.
If this person would not have told you so many details, you would not have believed. And that is something which we should discuss. And that's why you mentioned this GDPR or DPDP bill, whatever laws there are around the world, how they will be useful to reduce this crime. Because I think we should stop the first incidents first. The data breach should be stopped. If there's no data breach, no crime will happen.
Yeah. Amitji, thank you very much for all your insights. It's very much helpful for me and for our audience. I hope it's a useful session for everyone. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Raj. Thank you.